And we're live. Hey, sales is not about you. It's not about you. Your business is not about you. Selling to people is not about you. You're necessary in the process, but stop making it about your product, your service, and what you do. You've got to start dialing in to what your buyers need, and that's all that matters. Right? Jim Biddy here, Gain the Edge, and $500 million worth of sales. We have been built hundreds of sales campaigns. We've had thousands of sales people. We've audited, reviewed, conducted 125,000 sales conversations, 20,000 sales call audits. Look, we understand what the sales game looks like and is about. So I want to share something with you today, just a couple of simple pet peeves. Type in the chat wherever you're at. Are you watching live or on the recording? And let me know, do you reach out to people? Or are you specifically and exclusively people coming into you? Is everything, if are your leads coming inbound because you're running some kind of cold traffic or marketing? Or are you outreaching? You're reaching out to people in chats and texts, cold outreach, moving out to find people on social media or wherever. Type in where are you, inbound, outbound, and what's your go-to platform. Because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share with you a couple of concepts that you got to get into your mind, and then I'm also gonna walk you through a couple of examples. I'm gonna start doing more of this because I'm sure you actually type in the chat yes or no. Do you get bombarded with cold outreach? Right, and I'm fine with it. Hey, I don't hate the game. I just hate the way a lot of people play it. Right, and you have to make sure to understand that the marketplace today is requiring, demanding that we raise the standard and raise the bar on how we show up and serve people. You can't do stuff the way that it has been done because there's too many other people doing it better. And the reality is, there's not enough people that are doing it better, that the competition is wide open. So you, whoever you are, whoever you serve, most people are doing things in a very, very mediocre way. When we had a daughter in college, that I had super high standards, right? Of course, wouldn't you, right? You'd only want the best of the best people who are going to marry your daughter or date your daughter, any kind. I was always the most overprotective. If you open up the dictionary to overprotective dad, it was a picture of this face right here, except maybe younger. All right. Nobody was ever good enough, and I didn't want them there. But daughter was dating this guy in college, and we're just going to say my nickname for him, but the only way I could describe him was Captain Mediocre. This guy was mediocre, right? And it was kind of like this here. If I can show you. Bingo. This is what I saw as possible for him, right? Captain Mediocre. Now, here's the thing. Captain Mediocre, there's nothing bad about being mediocre. There's just nothing particularly great about it either. And if you want a suitor for your daughter, do you want something that's not great? Do you want something that's just mediocre, right? Of course you don't. Now, the good news is our daughters have all married incredible guys. Quite honestly, the three husbands and son-in-laws that we have, our daughters, are people who are literally the only handful of guys that I've ever approved of and liked for them in the first place. So God is good. Okay, but look, here's the deal. Back to this. You don't want mediocre for the solutions you invest in either. If this is the person you're investing in, I'm going to guess that you're getting lackluster solutions. You're getting lackluster experiences, right? You want to be thinking about doing more, doing better, doing different, mo better. And I actually was playing with AI here, and what's the antithesis of Captain Mediocre? So just indulge me while I'm messing around here. Hey, this is the mo better man. So you overcome mediocrity by being more better. Just do more better. It is simple. Stop cheating and just screwing up the inboxes of people that you reach out. Okay, I just want to walk through a couple of quick examples here. And this is the theme. This is the main focus that I want you to lean into. You have to do better. If you reach out to me, it is your responsibility to know everything about me. If I opt into your funnel, if I reach out to you, then you should be prepared to ask me a lot of questions about who I am and what I'm doing. But if you reach out to me and then ask me to do all that work, then you are not very effective at what you do. And quite honestly, the standard is just higher. You may be one of those guys. You're doing 50 outreaches a day, 100 outreaches a day, 250 outreaches a day. All good. I don't hate the game. I hate the way a lot of people are playing it. And today you have to raise the standard. All right. So you don't want to be good. Good enough. Good is not good enough. You need to be great. Right? That needs to be the objective. So I've got a couple of snapshots here that I took from my chats, my DMs, right? And here's a conversation. Hey, and you will find that overall, this isn't awful. It's just nothing great. It's extremely mediocre. Okay. So this was outreach. Hey, Jim, hope you're doing well. Right. I trust that you don't mind me coming straight to the pitch. Right. Because he's got some personality. It's no big deal. Right. We just landed a crazy offer. We handle all your outreach. Right. Him and 18 other guys this week who've reached out to me. Right. Plus 5 commission setters and charge only when you close a client, small retainer fee to cover. Like all of the, you don't pay. If we don't get you the results, you don't pay. What they mean is that you can discuss a refund. Nobody says we're going to do all of this until you get a result, right? So again, just be honest and treat people like they're actually intelligent enough to take in the information and then give you the right, and make the right decision and with the right information. Okay. So I just said, okay, what's the retainer? What's the setup fee? What's the commission? And who creates the leads? Right? Do we create the leads and you pursue them? Do you create all the leads? You just bring, I do nothing except what I've always been doing. And you just fill my calendar with appointments or our business with customers and clients. Okay. And so then he's like, hey, here's a Google Doc and I'll share it with you how it works. And please know, there's nobody, I have eliminated names. And so I don't see the need to embarrass or disrespect somebody. So I will never reveal somebody individually. It'll always be blurred or just cut out. And so he sends the doc, and I'll be honest, the doc wasn't bad. The offer, it was okay. It was decent, but I didn't respond. Right? I was like, okay, I'll get back to it. I'll check it out and get back to you. Well, then a couple of days later, right, next day, did you get a chance to look? Would love to hear your thoughts. And then he started going that one layer deeper. I'm looking for creativity. This is what we do for a living. We build systems. We recruit and build sales teams, create all the systems that make them great. We are all about setting up the environment for salespeople to win consistently and predictably so that companies can generate revenue predictably and on purpose and by design instead of by hustle and grind, right? So I'm waiting for this guy. I'm always trying to connect through these people and see what they have in their bag, right? And so he reaches out with the same thing, right? What's your offer in your niche currently? So this is where I'm like, no, I'm not okay. First of all, I didn't. I'll look at it tomorrow. Second, I told him, you need to put some research in, man. You're the one that reached out to me, right? And I'm guessing that you thought for some reason that I'm a good prospect, or you just did what everybody else did, which is just spray and pray. I'm going to go through these 50 people because they're next on the list, which is nonsense. Again, mediocre is nothing bad about it, but there's this much great about it. Nothing great about it. And if your objective is just to get through as many people as you humanly can, great. That is not mine, because we want to target and reach out to people we know we can help. Okay, so I'm going to highlight another piece in this in a sec, right? So I say this is not how we do business, and it's not a key reason, which is a key reason for our success. Okay, it's something I tell people all the time when they're reaching out to me. This is how you reach out. I will not hire you because this is not how I want you to reach out on our behalf for my company. That's just not how it's going to fly. Right? So I tell him that, and he, to his point, most people just disappear when I say that. They just disappear. It's crickets. I never hear from them again because they don't want to deal with that. He said, hey, fair point. I appreciate you calling it out. I'll take a closer look. I'm like, all right, cool. A couple of days later, hey, Jim, did you take a chance to take a look at the offer and the details? Would love to hear about your thought. I personally would have thought after this exchange, if he was going to reach out again, it would have been to say, hey, I see what you guys are doing. I see what you're up to. I was watching your video on your YouTube channel, or I see some of the case studies and some of the, and you're working with some impressive clients. It's amazing that you've done. Or $500 million sales results. That's pretty impressive, right? Zip, nothing, not a damn thing about me. That's the problem with all of this, right? This is about him, not me. It's about their company, their system, their process, him trying to get info. And down here, him trying to get me to go read the document, right? So again, a couple of days later, would you like, I just want to follow up in case you missed my last message. Do you honestly think I missed your last message? Guys, stop using that stupid stuff. Hey, I'm just bumping this to the bottom of your inbox again. Come up with something more creative or real, or God forbid, you actually send something of value that will make me want to open or respond to your message. Okay, we're going to talk about some solutions to this on the next one. All right, but again, notice a trend. Another reach out. A couple of days later, another one. Zero creativity, nothing new, nothing changed, and zero about me. 100% of this about him and their company, and that's kind of where we've left it from this week. And I'm debating. I'm deciding on what I'm going to do. I'm trying to turn this into something. What this did was inspired me to say, hey, I'm going to share this with you. Now, you may have a different opinion. You may think this is what's here. I talk to people who think this is a good way to do business. I think it's garbage, and I think it's average. It is mediocre. Do you want to be that guy? That's who he's being. That's who he's being. And the problem is we look at this and we go, well, yes, this isn't too bad. Sure. Do you want to run your business by too bad? Or do you want to run your business by hell yeah? Do great things. Solve people's problems, right? Go research. Let's do the legwork ahead of time and find things out about your clients and blow their minds and make them interested in you because you're interested in them. Okay? That's something else. Here's another one that I was going to share. This one was in my, it was in my text thread, it was in my LinkedIn thread, right? So this is a piece here that I was going to share, and same thing. Another guy reached out to me. He's reached out to me multiple times, and same exact thing every time, right? We're partnering with select leaders to offer their audience a 14-day AI business coaching trial. Open to exploring? Nothing about me, nothing at all. I didn't even know who my clients are. Not even indicating that he would know who my people are, to know that what he's doing would be able to help them. This isn't again, not awful, just not great. Right? If you're going to put this in there, say, hey, I see what your clients are this. I see that you solve these problems. It looks like when we see the things you're doing, it typically leaves a gap in this particular place. And we've had great success in filling that gap. At least you're saying something that you have researched. You have a little bit of an ounce of an inkling of who I am, what I do, and what kind of problems we would solve and where we might need a reason for support. But this is just essentially saying, hey, I've got this cool thing. You want to promote it? Like, I don't even know you, dude. Never even heard of you. Even if I had heard of you, I would want some better context than that. Okay. Then again, a few days later, another reach out. Same thing. Then a few days later, right? Similar, right? Hey, we're doing this thing. Should I send a 2-minute overview? Again, if I say, yes, I have a problem and this solution might be interesting to me, then you can now start sending me something that would look like a solution, like a 2-minute overview. But you haven't even gotten a cricket. I haven't even responded to him. At least I responded to the other guy, right? But I haven't even responded. So he has zero reason to believe that I'm interested in anything he's got to say, much less a 10-minute chat or a 2-minute overview. No, not interested, right? Don't put the cart before the horse, okay? Then again, a little later, again, 2 weeks later, again, another month later, again. And then here he just says, hey, look, here's the deal. In case you're interested, let me just tell you everything we do. Last thing, that just puts the exclamation on the point of my sentence of me saying, not interested. Thank you. Go away. Right? And that's the nice version, because I'm not the guy who's ever going to slam the door and tell you to F off, right? When back in my door knocking days, right? We've all had that. Okay, but that's what people are doing. Is this what's happening in your feed? Now tell the truth. Is this what you're doing? Is this you? And if it is, freaking stop. Okay, I'm gonna show you one more simple, quick example. And this one this is somebody that I marginally know. I don't know her. It's really, really great. But seemed like nice. There's, cool, decent person, all that stuff. Just like those others. I'm sure they're great people. Okay, but this was the message. This is something I see people doing all the time. And I'm just here to tell you guys, you do whatever, you do you. I don't care. You do whatever you want. I'm telling you, you want to be effective. You want to deliver value. You want to show up in a way that makes people think you've actually thought about them. Then these things don't work. This is all about you being convenient. Let me shoot out as much of this crap as I can so that I don't have to engage. I'm just going to get somebody to click on a link. Except they're not going to click on the link because there's no reason to. Okay? This message right here. Hey, Jim, have you ever thought about writing a book? It can turn your business into a visibility and revenue platform and be a real game changer. Again, if you looked at my business, if you looked at my website, if you followed my YouTube channels, you're going to know I'm not some newbie in business. I freaking get this. I'm playing a big game, a good game. I'm good at what I do. We've had tremendous success. There's a lot of things we know. Don't talk to me like I'm a brand newbie who doesn't even understand what the concept of a book can do. Second, if you're going to do that, I would cut off everything after that first paragraph. Have you ever thought about writing a book? It's a powerful tool for revenue and can be a real game changer. And then wait for a response. You ask the question, kind of teasing about what a problem is. You need to first find out the problem that I have, and then you got to position this as a way to solve it. You don't know that I have any of those problems because I don't. And then, and only then, when I've illustrated that I've got a problem, now you come in with, hey, I have a solution and I'm hosting this event, right? Would you like more information about it? Then you could tell me more information about it. And I'm not even saying you got to get on a call, please, because you don't have to. This could all be done through text, but you need, it's a dialogue. This is a billboard. This is not a dialogue. Get it out of my freaking chat, okay? And get it out of everybody else's chat because it's not making you look good. All right. Then once we say, yes, I'm interested in your solution, tell me more. Great. It's this much. Can I send you a link? Will you take action on it now? You want to move this? You want to get this going, or should we wait for another time? Right. And then, because I want to send, when I send the link, I want to know they're going to do something about it. I don't want to just send a link in case they're interested. Hey, in case while you think about it, here's the link in case you decide to. Your dialogue's done. I want them to get to a place where they're clear they've got the problem. They're clear they no longer want the problem. They're clear that they're interested in this potential solution that I've got. They're clear they want to do something about it. Now they're ready to do it. And then now here's the link. Now they're going to register for it because they're asking for the link. If you're interested, tell me the link. Just say so and I'll send you the link and the discount code. Okay, all of that should have been 3 or 4 messages back and forth, not a post. This is a billboard, guys. And you know what this makes you? I'll tell you, you're all guessing right. Captain Mediocre. You don't have to be, man. Stop it. Captain Mediocre. Nonsense. A garbage way to do business, and you don't have to do that anymore. Stop. Let's get you being, how about this? Find your own superhero in this. But this one, again, this is just for fun and play. I don't see myself as Mo Better Man, but AI came up with that one for me. So Mo Better Man overcomes Captain Mediocrity. You overcome Captain Mediocrity. Now that you know, it's a choice every single day. Are you going to be Captain Mediocrity, or are you going to be Mo Better Man? You're going to be the one who overcomes. You're going to be the one who actually takes care of people, starts obsessing about the problems that your people that your people have, so that you know how you will best serve them. You'll serve them through the problems that they present and the solutions that you can provide. That's how this game is won. And in the 2026, nothing less will do. And if you're, worst case scenario, if you're going to play the Captain Mediocre, let me just blast out a bunch of stuff about me, then you better have huge volume and a lot of lists, because you are 100% playing a numbers game at that point, and you will live and die at the edge of mediocrity. This is not how you do business. Not in 2026, when there are so many other options and you can beat people to the punch with being more valuable, right? With caring more, with doing the work, doing the research. Okay, if you're interested in finding out more, next video we're going to do, I'm going to show you a couple of key concepts, strategies that you can do. Again, they take more time, but that's what you do when you're delivering more value, because you know better. All right. No more Captain Mediocrity nonsense for you. Those days are over. Let me know if that's useful to you. And if you want to find out how your sales calls are getting you too close to mediocrity, we've got some wicked, wicked tools and strategies that will help break down your sales calls and make sure that you can see them for the angles, the appropriateness, the opportunities are possible, and you'll be able to leave all of the silly mistakes and guessing on the floor. Especially if you've got a sales team, we can make sure that you have full transparency into what is actually happening on those calls, not just the numbers in the dashboard that gives you a bunch of lagging indicators, but what's actually happening. We have AI that knows how to read the room, not just read the dashboard. Right? Go make some sales, make a difference, make a ton of money, and stop being Captain Mediocre. If you're going to get in somebody's conversation, give them something worth listening to. All right. We'll see you on the next one. Peace out.